Good morning. This is the book that we're studying. It's called HEAL by Allie Smith and Judy Halliday. And HEAL stands for Healthy Eating, Abundant Living. And I have to admit something to you that kind of surprised me. Is as I began my reading some pages in this book this morning and studying it, I realized that I guess I had been kind of jaded or skeptical or something. I hadn't really realized it. You know, in writing in the blog or in any of the writing that I do, or any time that I get a chance to speak to a group of people or any individuals about Thin Within, I try to be sure I'm as authentic as I possibly can be, because what's the point in not being authentic? And yet, somehow, God exposed to me this morning as I was going through this book that I wouldn't have this sense of a fresh approach, of anticipation and excitement. It wouldn't seem like such an extreme shift to me had I not kind of developed a little bit of a jaded attitude, or, I don't know, a dullness, a callousness towards the message of Thin Within. And, you know, I've written, and I've spoken, and I've read, and I've heard this message of Thin Within for a long time. And for some reason, I guess, you kind of become old hat. Even though God is constantly about doing a new thing, and that's why the blog is named God is Doing a New Thing. I mean, that's true. But yet somehow it was almost like the new thing isn't quite so awesome as the last new thing. Or something. So he is doing a new thing, and as I opened this book, I've had it for quite a while, and began actually reading and opening my heart to what God might want to do, I was surprised, pleasantly so. So I hope that you will be too. If in fact you find yourself a little skeptical that God's going to do something new, you've been at this, or you've tried Thin Within so many times, or you've tried the 0 to 5 approach to eating, or eating when you're hungry and stopping when you're not, a whole bunch of times, and you've failed again and again, let me just challenge you. That's not failure. Every time, I mean, when I think about a child who's learning to walk, every time he falls, we don't think, oh, he's failed. We think that's part of the process. And then he gets up and he tries again. And as he toddles along, we think it's so delightful. I want to encourage all of us to think of what we're doing on this journey, to give more of ourselves to the Lord, to allow Him to be our sufficiency and our strength more and more. That when we do fail or struggle or fall on our faces, that's not a failure, really. That's not at all a failure. In fact, it's part of the process of learning to lean on Him and depend on Him. So, as we launch into this, I pray that you will be filled with anticipation and joy that God is doing a new thing, a newer new thing, the new and improved new thing, and anticipate that freedom will come. We may be in the wilderness a long time, all our whole lives long, and yet the wilderness is where we can learn more about God, learn more about His sufficiency. Let's relish what it is that He is doing now in this moment, and get our eyes off of something that we hope to be or hope to become, whether it's godlier in character or thinner in the way our body looks. Let's dwell in the moment with the Lord and delight in Him right now. And I hope that as we proceed through this, you will share at the blog or at your own blog and give us the link so that we can really participate in one another's lives and journeys and be encouraged.